Hi Taurus, and welcome to your video scope for November 2017 by Ama. This reading is for Taurus Sun, Taurus Rising, and Taurus Moon. In different months, you are going to connect to these messages differently. There's going to be months when you are mostly influenced by your rising sign or your moon sign. Therefore, during those months, your sun sign may not make sense to you. Please listen for your rising sign, your moon sign, and your sun sign. Because as I said, the messages could appear at different months very differently. If you'd like to schedule a private consultation, email me at amalightworker@gmail.com. You may also visit my website, amalightworker.com. To all of my returning subscribers, welcome back. If you are new, welcome to you. If you like my videos, please subscribe and remember to turn on the notification button, the little bell icon right here next to the subscribe button. This way, you will be notified every time that I upload special videos. For those of you who are interested to know more, I already uploaded videos for each zodiac sign at vimeo.com for those of you who are interested for download and purchase. In the Vimeo videos, in the Vimeo readings, I am giving your Akashic Records messages, I'm clearing your energetic blockages in your energy fields, and I'm also sending to you some Reiki healing. And I will try in the next couple of days to do a live streaming so I can do the Akashic reading for the month for each sign of the zodiac live if I can. Thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing, and thumbs up if you like my videos. Now, allow me to focus in this reading for you, Taurus. Remember, this is a general reading. The general feelings that I'm picking up for you, they have to do with how you choose to use your power. It's about you coming more and more into your own power and challenges that you may run into as you are trying to get more power or come more into your own power. There's something about money that is showing up, a leadership position or business ideas or self-employed changes and situations or information that comes to you out of nowhere, but there's also a lot of emotional abundance, passion, and trying to reignite passion or following passion in your life. A lot of this passion has to do with the passion for your career or your job or a hobby, simply looking forward to something with your with your heart, putting your heart into everything that you are doing. So now let's break it down one by one. The first card that showed up is the Queen of Pentacles. I don't know if you can see because of the lighting, you know, could be tricky. So that's the Queen of Pentacles. It does fall in the position of the past. What happened in the past that may still be influencing your present current situation and or your future. This could be you, because the Queen of Pentacles represents a Taurus, a Virgo, or a Capricorn. This could be the sun sign, the rising sign, or the moon sign. Because this is a general reading, this Queen of Pentacles could represent a man or a woman, so don't pay attention to the gender. The meaning of the card is making peace and feeling content with your material possessions, found success in your life, being a little bit of a perfectionist, valuing tradition and family and the outdoors. So now let me tune in and let me figure out as to why this card showed up in this reading and to why this is important. What's the messages through this card? Intuitively, many of you are very much in tune. Sometimes you do have a strong feeling of things that are about to happen, but yet you also have circumstances in your life where Maybe because you did not always use your intuition, things backfired for you a little bit, especially when it comes to money, financial affairs, investments, a business that you may have, or anything that is related to a financial situation. For many of you, this month it is about generating further, developing further the ideas that you already have. You must have something in your mind, ideas that maybe you are drawn to, you are creating, you are thinking, you are developing. This could be about real estate, buying or selling, important transactions. This could be about family life, but this could also be about transformation in your life. Transformation that has to do with your personal matters, personal issues, transforming of a relationship, transforming yourself inside out, and about dealing one by one with each and every issue or things that will arise and come at you out of nowhere. Sometimes you can just throw money at the problem and the problem is resolved. But some other times, problems could be a lot deeper than just that. For some of you, I do see money coming in through a partner. This could be through a business partner or through a spouse. For some reason, I keep getting money coming to you through the help or through a partner. But this is also at the same time about you being more open about different ways that things could happen. If you have your own ideas about how you want things to happen for you in the workplace, whether it is about your income, the money that you earn through this, through the job that you have, or through things that are happening in the workplace, or whether this pertains to a romantic situation or an emotional situation, it feels like, again, they're saying sometimes you need to be a little bit more open, because there is a difference between you in your mind being open and opening your heart and soul. And this is deep down about you realizing truly what exactly you want. It is about clarifying things with your own self. Because sometimes you may try to make meaning of everything that is happening around you, and sometimes it is about denial, and it is about issues that emotionally are going to come up because you really deep down you haven't tackled them. So it is about, maybe not intentionally, how you have lied to yourself, what you have told to yourself to get through a situation, and maybe now it's time to let go of thoughts, let go of emotions, anything that you need to let go of, that has run its course. But I also at the same time keep hearing that the days of your bad luck are soon to be over, because for many of you, maybe recently, you have experienced some extreme struggles or extreme difficulties. And for many of you Taurians, these extreme difficulties and struggles go as big as 2 years ago. Irritation or things that irritate you could easily come to surface, or frustration, or even exhaustion for some of you. So please be very aware of how you spend the energy of your mind, so mentally tired or irritated, or physically, or even emotionally and spiritually. So things that easily irritate you or frustrate you will come up, and your job is to figure out what triggers that inside of you. Why are you suddenly so irritated or frustrated? Or even angry? What is going on inside of you that is easily triggered by situation, information that suddenly will show up, or things that people are going to say, either to you or something around you. The next card that you have is the Page of Swords, and to me it represents a Gemini, a Libra, or an Aquarius. This could be the sun sign, the rising sign, or the moon sign, and it does fall in the position of your present current situation. To me, it means it represents messenger, information, a student, possession of information, possession of knowledge, possession of secrets, possession of power. It also means secrets closely guarded, and it is up to you how you choose to use this information, this secret, this knowledge. Or maybe you are looking to possess important knowledge, important secrets. Maybe you don't have access to it. Maybe there are some elements or unknown factors. This could be documents that you may need to have. This could be a very exact estimation of something that it needs to be in precise numbers and you don't have it yet. This could be an important document that you need to have or you need to get in order for you to proceed with something. To proceed either with a sale, to proceed with maybe your studies, to proceed with your career. Or it could also be about an inheritance or a legal case. But there is something missing that maybe you are trying to accumulate. At the same time, I keep getting that maybe this Page of Swords may be trying to push you a little bit towards a direction that you are not completely ready yet. They may be, setting you off. They know how to press and push your buttons. Maybe they need your help, and maybe it's not the right moment for you to help anyone, but you are going to do anything that you can to help this Page of Swords. This could be a child. This could be someone that in some ways you are responsible for, because maybe you also have people in the workplace that you are responsible for. The chain of commands is different. Maybe you, in some ways, you are responsible for that. And maybe sometimes, maybe you have to interfere or intervene and to kind of help them through some sort of a challenge that they are going through. You may also help them with their personal matters. This may not necessarily has to do with anything about work. But I also keep getting some sort of an exchange between Taurians and the air signs. So you helping them, they're helping you in some way. So for different Taurians, the situation will be different. You may be a Taurian that is kind of trying to help an air sign, or an air sign may be trying to help you. Whatever this is, you do not have and you do not possess the knowledge or the information that you need in order for you to proceed with something. So think carefully and go slow. This could also be, with a business idea, a litigation, a family circumstance. This could be about a gathering. Maybe you don't have everything, that you need to make this gathering possible, or a meeting, or a business meeting, or a possible partnership. So don't act until you really have everything that you need to have in order for you to do this event, start this business, keep going or doing things. The next card that you have, or maybe you don't even have the proper understanding. Make sure that everything that you are doing, especially everything that you are signing, you have the proper understanding of it. Queen of Wands. So in this reading, you have some very important cards. you had the Queen of Pentacles. Now you have the Queen of Wands. You had a Page, and there's also a Knight coming up. So interactions of that seems to be very important and maybe even life-changing for many of you through people. It is all about opportunities or even difficulties that will arise through people, through the relationships and communications that you have with different people. Queen of Wands, to me, if it represents a person in your life, it represents an Aries, a Leo, or a Sagittarius. This could be the sun sign, the rising sign, or the moon sign. Now remember, this is a general reading, so please don't pay any particular attention to the gender. So if I say the Queen of Pentacles or the Queen of Wands, that could also be a man. It's not necessarily going to be a woman. Queen of Wands, to me, represents a trip, a journey, movement, someone who gets things done. For some reason, this Queen of Wands, to me, it's coming as representing a government branch, a government institution, another institution of importance, could be a company. And there's information coming through an important office, an important government branch, maybe some big announcements. Could be about something new that either the company is trying to activate or make possible. Maybe your bank may call you and maybe there are some changes about something. This could also be, maybe in the local city or in the local area where you live, there's going to be some changes in laws or changes in requirements to qualify about something. This could be about taxes. This could be about the freedom of speech or the freedom to travel or the requirements to travel, especially if you travel internationally. This could also be you trying to get information step by step or very specific information about what you can do so you can resolve a situation in your life that has to deal with either taxes, a business, or an investment. Maybe you are trying to get fundings, and maybe that's why an important institution or an important government branch or department is showing up. Maybe you are trying to get some fundings from them, or being approved to do something. So this could be, I don't know how you are involved in this. You may be involved in this personally, or maybe the company that you work for has to deal with getting all kinds of licenses, reimbursements, fundings, and everything else related to that. For some of you, either you are going to be put in charge in a symbolic way, maybe because you are publishing something, you are sharing some important information with other people, so in some ways you have this symbolic power and symbolically you are in charge. But it could also be that, to me, this is also the card of self-employment, or the card of the higher-ups. So if you are already in some sort of a managerial position where you get direct other people, or you get to boss other people, maybe you are in charge of a particular department or maybe in charge of a particular project, I do feel that your duties or responsibilities are going to be a lot more than before, and maybe you are trying to do your job very dutifully. Maybe you are trying to take everything very seriously and trying to take everything under control. If you are self-employed, you may be doing a lot more things in the aspect of, if you are self-employed, then You may be doing a lot more, what I call like the job of an assistant or the job of a secretary, because if you are self-employed, maybe you don't have anybody working for you. So a lot of your time will be about doing this secretarial kind of things for yourself, answering emails, dealing with technology, looking over information, editing, whatever you need to do. But it feels like whatever you are working and you are trying to launch, or whatever you are preparing to do as something new, you are trying to review everything word per word or step by step and be very analytical. For some of you, I do feel that you are going to hear some important notification or news or confirmation about a trip. So maybe you already have plans in motion about the travel, and now you need to get some sort of an official confirmation, or maybe a ticket, or a confirmation of your seat in the flight, or confirmation of something else. So it is something like that is showing up in your reading. Please be very careful toward criticism this month, especially criticism coming to you. This could be suggestions that are coming to you. Maybe they don't have a negative flavor, okay? But how you perceive it could be more negative than it was intended. So how you perceive people, how you perceive information coming to you, how you perceive constructive criticism, ideas, and advice coming to you is very important. Make sure that you weigh out everything and you consider everything before you decide how you feel about it. So don't rush with your feelings. For some of you, you may be on a road to recovery. For some of you, this road to recovery has to do with your self-expression and healing anything that maybe is preventing you from being true to yourself, having your own unique voice, how you express yourself, standing up for yourself, protecting your beliefs. This could actually be about healing related to your throat or to anything else that's physically in your body is affecting self-expression. This could be also about healing other emotions and maybe even having to change and transform your emotions, or having to change and transform your own thoughts and your feelings. And for some of you, I also keep getting the transformation of your physical appearance. So you could be doing something to kind of change and transform yourself. Whether it is your hairstyle, the clothes that you wear, whether it is the makeup, or maybe, I don't know, your cologne or your perfume. This could also be about changing and transforming maybe a profile that you have in social media as well. But generally, I keep getting that many of you are kind of already working toward being a little bit more, maybe emotionally more open and accepting. So the next card that you have is the Knight of Swords. And again, it represents an air sign, a Gemini, an Aquarius, or a Libra. To me, it represents confidence, capacity, vision, but it could also be vicious. It could represent a devil's advocate, or an advocate for free speech. And again, the message of the card is time for you to kind of start to do something, go at war, or enter into battle has not arrived yet, because you still don't have all the information that you need. And that kind of came up twice through two different cards for you. For some of you, I keep getting that maybe you don't plan to have some sort of a short distance travel, but maybe that will come up for you. maybe suddenly like having to spend a couple of hours doing other stuff that is totally different from what you were planning to do that day, and maybe you having to drive somewhere to do something, so that comes up for some of you. I also keep getting that if you are getting to know someone, whether this could be in a friendship sense or in a romantic sense, again, do not rush with your feelings, and because maybe there's a lot more to this person that you need to know, and this could also be your own misconceptions about this person. But for many of you, I keep getting either recently you started to get to know someone, or maybe you will be in November, and it does feel that whoever this person is, for many of you, you are going to have good luck into creating a very solid long-term relationship. So again, this could be with a friend, in a friendship sense, but this could also be in a romantic love related sense, that is going to be a long term and solid and permanent, or committed, in a committed relationship. Things in your marriage. There's going to be certain things that maybe affected your marriage in the past, and maybe there's going to be you trying to fix and do things in a different way that it doesn't affect your marriage before. This could be a marriage that maybe you had before, and maybe you got divorced. It could be about money, it could be about children custody. This could be maybe you still are in this, maybe you are not divorced, but things in the past that have affected your relationship. You are trying kind of like not to go there again, and also trying to renew or refresh, and trying to strengthen the marriage that you have, or a relationship that to you feels like a marriage. So if money has affected any relationships in your life, especially your marriage, it feels like you are trying to do things in a way that money doesn't get in your way anymore, doesn't affect your relationship in a negative way anymore. For some of you, I keep getting paying for someone or helping somebody to study, or helping someone financially so they can pay for their studies. This also shows up. There's going to be sudden news, sudden information, sudden events coming at you, and you need to be prepared. Not everything is bad. You may have like maybe they didn't plan to have a meeting that day at work, and then suddenly there's a meeting. So prepare for changes like that. Maybe you didn't plan for a gathering or to go out, and then suddenly you change your mind, or you get a sudden invitation for a gathering or an event. So maybe this information, the piece of information that you need in order for you to do something, it's not available to you, but when you do find it, or when it gets to you, it's going to come all of a sudden. There's going to be maybe some, again, as I said, some official news or something from the government that comes all of a sudden to you. Could be about taxes, could be about refunds, could be about, I don't know, mortgages, could be about some other things that are political and that somehow they relate to you. Make sure that when this sudden information comes, you understand it completely. You are very clear, because your understanding of this news could be wrong. So make sure that you understand properly the information, because once you understand the information properly, then you're going to decide how to use this to your advantage, because I keep getting not everything will be negative. There's something here for you that you can use. The next card that you have is the Ace of Cups. And to me, it means abundance, emotional abundance, passion for religion, or a new love. It represents a new passion, a new hobby. It represents a new journey that could also be a new romantic journey with someone. And if this doesn't make sense to you, for the purpose of this general reading, I'm also going to say that it also means looking forward to something with your heart. Because all of the transformation that you are trying to put in motion and all the changes that are happening to you, the transformation here is going to be big. You are trying to kind of maybe change your physical appearance, changing the things that you are not happy with. If it's your physical appearance, if it is a life circumstance, if it is, something internally. And I keep getting that people are going to recognize in you that part of you that is great, that part of you that helps you to go through difficulties and navigate through life. People are going to recognize in you what is great about you beyond your physical appearance. But it is very important that you accept yourself for exactly who you are. Everything that you are trying to change. And if change happens to you and maybe you are trying to cope and adapt to this change, everything starts by you accepting yourself and by you accepting the situation. And once you accept yourself, then it's going to be easier for you to see the things that you need to tackle, to see the things that you need to change, and to see the thing, to distinguish the positive, the negative, what to change next, what is it that you like to happen for you next. For many of you, I keep getting that this transformation is not going to be physical, has nothing to do with your physical appearance, but it's going to be deep down, a deeper understanding of your new identity, of your new self, and kind of letting go of attachments. For some of you, there's going to be some sort of a changing of identity. Whatever identity represents and it means for you. Maybe things that you were attached to, you are, trying to detach from whatever you felt that defined you as a person and your identity. That could be changing to some sort of a higher title, a higher identity, and to a new persona. And for some of you, this could be due to this newly found positive love relationship with someone. Maybe recently you have been in a relationship that now is going steady, and this could be the power. This could be maybe that's why there is this fresh air in your life and a sense of stability and commitment. Um, some of you may renew your vows, or maybe the relationship that you have with your spouse. Maybe this is not your vows. Maybe this is the relationship that you have with your spouse. Something that you are doing, creating. Maybe recently you have been focusing on is coming to fruition. For some of you, I keep getting some sort of good news or something that will blossom or will come to fruition in November. And it could represent different things. This is a general reading, but I feel that at least one thing will blossom for you and will bring fruition for you in this month of November. I wouldn't be surprised if some of you, maybe you win something like in a little competition, you win a prize, you win an award, you have that winning attitude or that winning energy. The energies around you are transforming, and you're going to feel this change of transformation, this positivity. For some of you, you're going to feel it in stages, little by little. For other Taurians, you're going to really feel the big impact of this positive energy around you in a big way. So emotionally, you're going to have at least one reason to have joy, to smile, and to be happy. So new energy all around you. I hope that made sense to some of you. Please leave me a comment right down here below. To schedule a private session, please email me at amalightworker@gmail.com. You may also contact me through my website, amalightworker.com. Again, if you like my videos, please like, share, and subscribe. Turn on the notification button. The notification button will be the little bell icon right here next to the subscribe button. I will try to do a live streaming this weekend in the next upcoming days, and I will try to do the Akashic reading live for you guys. So that is coming. Check out my Vimeo videos for those of you who like to know more. If you celebrate Thanksgiving, happy Thanksgiving to you, and I will see you soon in the next videos. Bye!